Y'all know the music just make you want to do like this, right? Snap, ow, snap. And I sometimes get lost in the music. And I am so grateful to be here with you all. And you know what I got? My peach mango instant drink to shrink, right? That's what I've got. I got my frozen peaches in here. And so y'all know what to do. In the comments, let us know what city, what state, and or what country you're logging in from. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I got two ladies with me tonight. And we're gonna have a conversation. And Alicia was having some internet trouble, so we're gonna bring Tedra Gordon to the stage with us. Tedra, make sure you share this to your Facebook platform. You can click edit at the top. Cheers to you, Tedra. You know what I'm doing. Peaches.
And I'm about to make mine right now.
I have been wanting this tea all day.
Look, she got her peaches.
That's right. I could not wait to get home. And so good evening, good evening, good evening. Y'all, like and share this live. Like and share it. We need you to tag. You know what's so crazy, y'all? I keep getting asked, Tedra, and while we're waiting on Alicia to get on here, we'll just have some small talk, hoping that everybody had an amazing Sunday. I know I did.
I did too. Church was amazing. It was beautiful here today, Nina, in the 80s in Philly. Can you believe it? It was beautiful.
I absolutely can. And it was, y'all know it was beautiful here. Y'all could see it. Y'all could see it from my stories. The skies were clear. We took the kids to this jump house like setup that they had outdoors.
Nice.
And let them jump around, and be kids for a while. Then we went to eat dinner with Aaron and his wife. And it was just a really, 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 really good day. And Tedra, tonight I want to talk about the emotional, psychological, mental pain that is associated to weight gain and weight loss. And most people are going to say, well, what do Tedra know about that? She always been small. No. I know. And I'm going to let you tell, because people don't know that even when you're smaller, because you've never been as big as some of us.
Yep.
But even when you're smaller and you gain a little weight, there is an emotional battle that goes along with that. And I really want us to kind of unpack that tonight. Hopefully we can get Alicia on. But cheers to you. I know that you, what flavor are you having tonight?
Mango.
Cheers to mango. Let us know in the comments what's your favorite flavor. Did you have yours today? Let us know in the comments.
It's so good. Like literally, I was thinking like, I can't wait to have mine tonight because I just love it. But I like the fruit punch too. But really, honestly, the mango is my favorite.
No, mango is my jam, especially when you put them frozen peaches in there. What's up, Newman? Literally, I don't know if y'all saw my stories today, but in my stories, and I was serious, that wasn't for social media, that I had my church candy.
Oh, yeah. Listen, Trey did too. He did. He really did.
Paul looked over and said, hold on. You got candy in your pocketbook? He thought that I was taking it out of my sample packs, because y'all know my bag was full of these, right?
Oh, yeah, mine too. And we sold some at church today too.
We left church, went right down. Chef Rasul called us down, the owner of Grits and Eggs. He was like, I need some products. All right. Last night at like almost 12 o'clock at night. Can y'all bring me some products tomorrow? So
did y'all eat there?
We didn't. Okay. We had just gone there. We ate at this place earlier in the week when we met with Dr. Air to have a little mastermind with them and take them some products. And so y'all,
listen, when Trey saw your stories, he was like, babe, I had mine too. I said, you did? He said, yeah, I had mine.
And I'm going to have some on here while we're here on this live on tonight. Okay. On tonight, I'm going to have me some more. And so let us know. So we got Flint, Michigan on. We've got Sandy is on from Louisiana. We've got Joseph Newman is on the Bonnet Chronicles with us from Powder Springs. by way of Ben Salem in Philadelphia. We've got Dawn Pierce by way of Pennsylvania and Delaware, but she's now in Pennsylvania and Chester. Our
Wow.
partner who is down. You know, I don't know if you saw the live earlier that I did with her. The doctors told her she would never lose any weight because she has some respiratory stuff going on in her gut and some gut issues, and she's down 6 pounds.
Woo!
She's starting her candy and juice. Raynell said, I just finished my mango. Right?
Ah.
Monica said, I got mango tonight and added frozen mango. You know,
you know what? I have some too. I gotta try that.
I love the peach. There's something about this making it peach mango. But you know what? So Monica, I'm gonna get me some frozen mango and I'm gonna try frozen mango.
I do have some of those too. I'm gonna have to do that.
Oh, we got Shay is on here from Los Angeles. Sonya's on here from California. We got Bridget from Battle Creek, Michigan.
Okay.
We've got people from all over popping in. Let us know as you're logging on. What city, what state, and or what country. We'll have Alicia Richardson back in a minute. Brand new diamonds. So I got both the diamonds on. Try pineapples.
Yes.
You know what? Let me tell you something. I got pineapples. I'm gonna freeze me some pineapples because they gotta be frozen.
Yeah, it do have to be frozen
because they make our juice.
But listen, listen. You can also put some strawberries in here in the mango.
Oh,
kind of tasty.
So is this candy. So is this candy.
It's so good.
Did y'all know?
How many pieces have you had today, Nina?
Maybe just 3.
And you still ate dinner?
Barely.
Okay.
We have enough food for the next 2 days.
Okay. Did Paige and Paul eat?
Paige ate very good, actually.
Good.
Paul, not as much as he normally would have.
See, I'm telling you, these products is something different. I'm trying to tell you.
Sandy said, I got my purple jammies on in my bonnet. She don't have a voice, though.
Oh, who's Sandy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
She got something going on with her throat and her voice, and she called me could barely talk.
Oh, Sandy.
We dare not make her strain her throat.
No.
So the fact that this candy is in the UK and
this candy,
US, Canada.
If you don't have this candy, you don't know what you're missing out on.
So I know we're waiting for Alicia to get on. Yes. Mine was slushy last night, Dawn. I actually put it in the freezer. And yesterday it was slushy. It was like, So
Trey likes it like that. He puts his in the freezer.
Tedra, the other day, while we're waiting on Alicia to get on, you had a vending event and it ended up raining so bad. It was cold. It was pouring down raining. And you still, in just a little over an hour, were still able to, with a little bit of people out because it was raining.
Yes.
We're still able to do $300 in sales.
Yes, ma'am.
In that little bit of time. Can you walk us through what that was like for you?
So yesterday it was very interesting. So of course we were getting our table together. And as we were getting our table together, the wind started like as soon as we had the table set up. So we was like, okay. We was like, let's see what's going to happen. So we kept trying to like keep the setup up. But then we finally just said, you know what? We're going to lay this stuff down. We're just going to lay it down on the table. And as the people come over, won't affect what we have because we still have what they need. So, you know, Trey and I kept saying to each other, most people would have been like, I'm packing up, I'm going home. This is just a wash. We didn't say that. We hung in there, okay? Even though it was windy and it was a little slow in the beginning, we just said to ourselves, you know what? Whoever comes, we're going to make an impact. And whoever this is meant for today, their lives are going to be changed. Like we looked at each other and we just said we going with it. So we were out there. It was a little slow, but as the people were coming over, it was another vendor next to us that was selling raw natural honey. And when he came, he said to me, well, what are you selling? And I told him. He said, well, I want to be next to you. He said, because what you selling sound like it can go with me and we can help each other out, even though might be a little slow today. He said, because y'all look like y'all know what y'all doing. So what happened was, it was so good. As he would tag somebody, he would send them over to us and vice versa. So we both were getting a little something, and it wasn't a lot of people. But when I tell you the people whose lives we did touch, like today, I was following up with them, and already they so excited. They like that candy and that instant drink. I mean, they already used it last night. Like it was no delay. And the people were so excited, Nina. They were just like, wait a minute, I never heard of this. Clinical weight loss candy and instant drink to shrink, and it still has all those good herbs in it. And they was like looking at the product, and I mean, just excited. And the messages that I'm getting today from me just following up with them, like, you know how we always do our follow-ups in 24 to 48 hours. The one lady was like, well, now I shared it with my cousin, and my cousin gonna go on your website, and she want the capsules too because she read the back of the pack. And she's ready for them as well. The one lady, while we were on the Zoom tonight, she said, oh, I had that candy and the drink tonight. She said, I already know that I'm going to need a whole package. So it felt good, you know, even in the midst of the rain, drizzling, and the wind blowing our table apart, we still made lemonade out of what somebody would have called lemons. You know what I mean? Most people would have been like, okay, it's chilly. We're going to pack up. We're going to go home. It's raining. We trooped it out. And just from being there in that short period of time, it was more impressive to us, the lives that were changed. Because believe it or not, we still ended up with 12 slips, 12 different people. Most of them had people with them. So it was like husband and wives and, you know, like a sister and a sister-in-law. So it was people who really needed it. One lady came over. She was in a wheelchair and she was like, I really need this. She said, can you just talk to me? I was like, absolutely. And then the last lady, we had already started packing up, and she said, drink to shrink. She said, can I still talk to you? I said, absolutely. Trey went back to the car, got her stuff out the car. And she was like the biggest purchaser. And she's the one that called tonight. She was from the Bronx, actually. And she said, this candy, she said, wait a minute. She said, this candy, she said, it's so good. She said, it actually tastes like I'm eating like some good caramel. She said, I don't know what it is. She said, I haven't figured it out yet. And she said, God bless you. Thank you for waiting on me and really wanting to work with me when you were packing up. And I said, my pleasure. So she said, I already know. She said, later this week, I'm going to be buying the whole month's supply. So it was a good event. Right. You know, most of the time you do an event, it just comes like more naturally because they all just coming over real fast. And even though it was slower, we felt like we had a greater blessing and a greater test to get a testimony from that situation yesterday. It was like our test to say to us, no, we're not giving up. We're going to make this happen no matter what. And that's what we did.
Here's what is so rewarding for me. What's rewarding is when you give a person a piece of candy, right?
Yes.
And they don't know what to expect. Because your brain, and we got Alicia in the studio, we're gonna bring her up. Alicia, let's see if we can hear you.
Hello.
We can hear you. All right. Are you on your computer or your laptop? I mean, your phone.
I have to use my phone.
Turn your phone sideways.
Okay.
That way we should get a full screen. There we go. All right. Perfect. You did turn it on Do Not Disturb, right?
It's on Do Not Disturb. I remember that.
All right. So what's crazy to me, y'all, is when you give up. So we went to take Chef Rasul and his wife Nakia the juice and the candy. And when we were in there, I said, Nakia, she was like, Nina, candy? Like because people can't wrap their brain around candy for weight loss. Like there's just no way, right?
Yes.
So I said, yes, there is a way, right? And I said, matter of fact, because I still had a couple pieces of candy in my my church candy pocket, right? My pocket, in my pocketbook, there was my church candy. We actually just had a piece. We was waiting on you, right?
Oh.
But I wanted to get both of you on here because I'm like, y'all, my diamonds, right? My two diamonds. So I wore some diamonds for y'all tonight.
Okay.
Period. I wore some diamonds for y'all. And to see Nikita's face when she bit into the candy, she was like, wait a minute. And then Chef was talking to Paul, and then he was like, all right, how do I do these products? How do I do these products? And I was like, oh, don't worry, we're gonna send you a video, show you how to take them or whatever. But I said, but try this candy right now. And his face is just like, what? He said, this is like a sugar daddy, like a sugar baby. I said, I know. Right. So to watch people's faces illuminate and light up, like, so we can kind of get started now. Alicia, we was waiting on you. Tedra, you know, I started to talk about, I wanted tonight to be really about the emotional pain behind, what's up, Kenny Green? The emotional pain behind weight loss and the mental anguish and the psychological anguish, the stuff that we don't tell people. Because here's the deal, and I'm going to say this, and I want everybody that will be honest in the comments to be honest. I don't care how good we dress it up. I don't care how many girdles we put on. I don't care how talented we are, how much money we make. I don't care. Nope. You're lying if you say, well, I love being a big girl. I love being big. I don't care about this time. It's a lie. And it's what we do to mask the pain that we're feeling, the pain that we're experiencing. And so I said, I wanted to have my diamonds on, and I wanted to just, it to just kind of like be us tonight. But because we rarely get an intimate moment just to like, I get to talk to my diamonds, right? With my diamonds. We on the Facebook Lives, but I wanted to get two different aspects. I wanted me as a person who has lost a lot of weight and wants to make sure I stay this way, right? The sometimes stress behind that. Tedra, who's a smaller person who did gain weight and didn't like the way she felt, right? Because people think that weight gain is only if you're a bigger girl, like in the 2s and the 300s. No, there's actually more anguish with women who are smaller. Like I be freaking out over here. Like, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to talk about that. I don't know which one of y'all want to go first, but let's like take the masks off. And Alicia, we need you to start keeping up with your own weight loss. You're down 15 pounds since drinking.
Listen
tea, okay? Not 11.
Look at this.
Or 13.
15 plus the 40. So you should be at 56. You should be at 56.
56 pounds down.
I said 54, right?
Yes.
You did. And you said you had lost 11 pounds since drinking the juice.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm in the comments like, no, she's down 15 pounds since starting the instant drink to drink. And you're down 56 total pounds. Okay, ma'am?
Yes.
Yes, because you were at 41 plus 15 is 56.
Help me out, girl.
All right. So we want to just make sure you're telling your own story the right way.
But we already know, look at them pajamas. You need 2 sizes smaller.
All of us look like crazy. I'm trying to tuck them in my pants. They look crazy, but it's all right.
Got an extra small.
Right? We got to get that. Yeah. All right. So let's start with you, Alicia, because more people will probably want to act like they can relate to you. I know I certainly can, right? I literally keep these around me.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you, I want you to also talk about this too, Alicia, just emotionally, mentally, we could really take the mask off, especially when you've lost weight and then you put it back on. What does that do? So can you talk about where you were when you saw me, kept seeing me online, and what really, I mean, you're a minister at your church. You're a wife, you're a mom, a grandmom. You are like auntie to several, like you're a surrogate mom to a lot of people. And you at that time had a really, really good, decent paying job.
Right.
So behind the scenes, it looked like your life was perfect.
Right. Nice house, nice
house, driving y'all bought 2 cars. You shop how you want to, go where you want. Okay, but I want you to talk about what you really were feeling every time you had to go try to find clothes to wear in a different size.
You know, I don't tell this story often, but a lot of people, I shared this with some ladies on last night, how every time I passed by the mirror, when I gained the weight, I would look at that mirror. And it was like, I never look at the mirror. I don't want to look how big I am. It's like I was so such disgust and disappointment within myself. Like, how did you allow yourself to get here? And I spent a lot of money trying to dress it up. So I was a big girl who dressed nice. I had the shoes, the clothes, the matching. I'm gonna show up. When I show up, I'm gonna show up big and all. But in the inside, I would walk in rooms and be so insecure. I mean, people is complimenting me when I hit the door, but I couldn't even say thank you. I'm like, oh, I got this whole thing. And what the Lord revealed to me was that you're pushing away the compliments, because that's really how you feel on the inside. You can't even accept the compliment because you know that's really not where you should be. And so I would be like, girl, no, this whole thing, or girl, I been had that. Or I would never say just thank you, like, because I didn't feel beautiful. Even though people say you look nice, and I bought the clothes so that I can look nice, but inside, I felt miserable. I felt horrible. Physically, I was miserable. Emotionally, I was a wreck, because whenever I showed up, it's just I would rather just stay out of the public eye. If I could have stayed out of the public eye, but everything in my life said you got to be in the public, in church, worship leader, you're before the people, at work, a leader at my job. It was just like, you can't hide. So every day I dressed up and I showed up, but on the inside, I was always looking down. And if people never saw this, but I always look down at myself. I'm always, and every mirror, I don't care where I go, I pass by a mirror, I look at myself. And that was just something that I had built up from just the insecurity and the things that came about by gaining the weight. Because mind you, all of my entire life, I was like a size 4 until I got 36. So I'm dealing with, I've been skin and bones with didn't even have to wear a bra, if you will. I was that skinny after 4 kids, flat washboard stomach, 6-pack. And and then to gain it and to end up where I was, almost 200, I was 270 something. And I was like, what happened? How did I get here? In size 20s and 22s. And yeah, so I was miserable. I felt horrible. And even though I showed up looking like a queen or a diva, whatever they want to refer to it as, I was miserable.
Alicia, you said something. Well, you said a lot of something. So if anybody can relate to what Alicia is saying, I want y'all to just put like a crying emoji in the chat or something, right? Because we all can relate. A lot of us can relate to that, whether you're smaller, whether you're bigger. That pain, I here's the crazy thing, Alicia. I looked in the mirror, but I didn't look in the mirror. I didn't. So I was looking in the mirror, but I wasn't looking in the mirror because it was obvious that I didn't really see what I was seeing in the mirror. I was kind of looking in the mirror, but like looking around it.
Right.
And I would look at, so I wore big jewelry and these clothes that were like, look at me. So you would see the clothes and not me.
I love that.
That's good.
But you said something else that I want to go there.
Go there.
You're an elder. You know the word of God.
And that's why the guilt and the shame came, because I knew. Go ahead.
I want you to know. I want you to unpack that. Because see, we don't talk about this in church. And I want you to unpack that. A brethren above all things.
Yes.
I wish that you would prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers.
Yes. Absolutely.
And that's one of many scriptures, but it's just the one that's like right here, right?
Right.
Even in Proverbs, if we want to go to we can walk through it, because literally I've been studying this get wealthy, biblically what the Bible says. But we can even go into Proverbs, because we talk about Proverbs and we talk about this virtuous woman, but we don't talk about the fact that it says that she was strong. We don't talk about the fact that it really does kind of talk about her well-being, that she kept it together.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We don't talk about that.
We won't talk about
We
it.
skip over that part of Proverbs. Well, the virtuous woman. We just the virtuous woman, the virtue. I mean, she can cook, she can this, she can that. Oh, if you go back and read Proverbs,
Mm-hmm.
the virtuous woman was bad to the bone and she was strong. You
Mm-hmm.
can't be strong and overweight. So
In
we
all
don't
areas,
even
she had it
talk
together.
about that in church. We don't
You-
talk about what First Corinthians
No.
Nope.
says. Do you not know that your body is, I mean, do we not know it's a temple?
Mm-hmm.
A
Like
temple.
we don't talk about none of this. So I need you to kind of like now unpack it. You're an elder.
You know,
what you're talk about.
I believe what brought me to really push for my wellness is I was sitting and I shared this with my husband one day. I was sitting just meditating, and I heard, there's a scripture that said a false balance is an abomination.
Yeah.
And I may have, this was where I was, so this is the revelation that I had. And what I believe God was dealing with me about at that moment is like, you got to shout, you can sing, you can officiate, you can get up and bring a sound word, but you're not balanced. Your health is not even priority at this point. Not just your weight, but your health in general. I was on blood pressure meds. I was vitamin D deficient. I mean, I had so much going on at the time. I was getting colds and flus and allergies had taken over. Like every other month, something was going on with my physical health. And I sat with God one day and I was just like, what is going on? I'm generally healthy. And when he started dealing with about the false balance, he said, you're not properly balanced. You're lacking over here. You're lacking in your health.
That's
you're lacking,
deep.
in your overall wellness. And then after he revealed it to me and rebuked me, he said, look around, look at my church, look at the people in high positions that are leading the body of Christ are unhealthy. They didn't start out that way, but they got there. They ended up that way through whatever. We all have our stories, right? But it was like he just revealed to me and had me just look at the church. He said, look at the people around you. They're taking bags of medicines, Ziploc bags with medicine. When you look at their purse, they got 4 and 5 and 6 bottles of medicine. And it's like, I'm not knocking anybody that has to take medicine, but he was saying a lot of them got there because it wasn't birth defects. It's because of our choices that we made. We're, like I said, we're showing up. We're present. We're at Bible study. We're at Sunday service, Sunday night service, but our bodies are dying. We have not presented them as living sacrifices, and even our physical body. And we said we want to be holy because he holy. Well, that's your body too. That's included in that holiness. Is how you take care of this body, this temple that he wants to use and be glorified through, but he cannot, because you can't run. You can't even sing because you out of breath. You can't give me 1000% preaching because you winded, because you too big. And so that started me on my journey. I began to repent and I began to just take steps toward losing weight. And when I saw you on the internet, I was on social media. I mean, the first time I was like, I text you, but you text me, I didn't text you back. A couple months later, I text you and you replied back and I started my journey. And here I am, and I'm still on my journey, and I still am very conscious of what I do because of that revelation that I got from God that day.
This is so good because all of us, I grew up in church, and you know what's so crazy is, Tedra, I think about how heavy I had gotten. If I could find one of the pictures from when I was like at my biggest weight, like I remember my husband and I and my family, we had gone on vacation, y'all. And we were on this vacation, and I swear I'm gonna comb through my phone while Tedra's talking to see if I can find this picture. And my brother took a picture of us from behind. We were just walking along this little bridge thing. And I looked at the picture at how wide I'm 5'3". So when I gain weight, I go this way. Because
Mhm.
what other way is here to go, right? I just go, and I look at how wide I was, and I was just like, but when you're talented, Tedra, right? When
Mhm.
you're gifted, when you
Mhm.
nobody says, come here, baby, come here, come here. Let's talk about what's going on the inside for real.
Mm.
Come on. Yes.
Because she can sing. That girl can
Mhm.
cook a 5-piece of chicken. She can bake a cake. Oh, that girl, if
Yes,
she is
Lord.
so, and we just don't, I mean, and here's the thing, not from a place of condemnation, but does a person really love you if they let you stay where you are?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Because they always say, this is what they say. They say if you hang with 4 broke people, you bound to be the 5th.
Yes,
Okay.
Lord.
Well, if you hang with 4 unhealthy people, you're
Yep.
bound to be the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
So you end up eating the way they eat. You end up
Yep.
doing what they do.
Yep.
And I just really like when I used to have people like really close to me, like in the oh, they were losing weight like crazy while they was right there. So Tedra, let's talk about it from your vantage point, because
Mm-hmm.
you weren't maybe as large as we were, but people think because you weren't large
Mm-hmm.
that you just have never had a struggle with how you felt about your weight when you even gained a little weight, and what that did for you and your self-esteem. So can you talk about it from the other's perspective? Because I certainly can too, but because I've
Yep.
been on both spectrums, right? Please
Yep.
talk about it from that perspective. I'm gonna look for these. I'm gonna look for this picture. I'm gonna
Yep,
find
I
this.
certainly will. So Alicia, that was really good. You brought out some great points. So thank you for being transparent. So let me start off by saying I am a smaller person, but at one point, believe it or not, and Nina, you probably don't even know this, when I was going through my first marriage and we were going through the things that we were going through, and it wasn't like that good. I had went up to like 140 pounds, like almost 140 pounds. So needless to say, I'm like 5 feet tall, y'all. So 140 pounds on me makes you look like you just, okay? And I felt like, because first of all, I was in a marriage where somebody was talking to me like you shouldn't be talked to, first of all. So imagine mentally being bashed and then at the same time being like depressed and not having confidence because of everything that was going on at the same time. Going from like a 115, 120 to almost 140 pounds did not
Mm,
feel good. That was like I was like 200 or 300 pounds, especially when you're used to, as I was, being a smaller build person. So, and when I gain weight, everything goes to the bottom. So it was like all in the midsection in the bottom, clothes that I had, I couldn't fit them. So imagine you thinking, oh, I'm just going to slide into this pants or slide into this skirt, and you can't even get your one thigh in it. Okay. So even being a smaller person, when you gain those pounds, because every time that does happen to me and I gain some weight, it takes me back to wait a minute. When I did look like that, I was broke and I was broken. Do you know what I mean? Like I was in a bad place when that was happening because I was in an unhealthy, unhappy marriage. So it reminds me of those times. Not that anything's wrong with us now. Let's make sure we take this previously, okay?
right,
For somebody
right,
to run with this and say
right.
something all crazy, okay? But that was previously, but I'm just telling my truth. It didn't feel good. So now if
Mhm.
something happens going through like this whole menopausal thing where sometimes you do gain that weight, even with being healthy, exercising, when that bloating and those extra pounds come on, I'll be like, wait a minute, let's just change some stuff up, because I don't ever want to feel like that, because I know when I'm a bigger person, I feel sluggish. I don't feel like myself. The energy is low. So it puts you in a whole different place, because then it's like, okay, can I really be that confident? And I can't be gaining no weight. And I'm telling people they need to check themselves. We selling these health and wellness products. And I'm telling people, you know, you got to be well and take care of yourself and prosper and be in good health. And here I come. I got these extra pounds on me. No. We got to get that off, because those triggers do happen. Like, don't think because you went to a different place, those triggers don't come back to you of where you once were or what once was. Those triggers come back, and it's like, wait a minute, I certainly can't go there. What's going on with me? Am I good? Do I feel good? Is everything okay? Is my mental well? You know, because that was a very bad place for me. I wasn't happy. I wasn't and going to church every week. Let's talk about that, okay? Going to church, putting on a poker face when you at church, thinking everything is okay, and people saying, oh, you look cute, and girl, you got it going on, singing and preaching and teaching and all of that good stuff, but at the same time going home and crumbling inside, you know what I mean, and not feeling good about myself. So those are places that I was. So when I think about those things, I don't ever want to be there again. So when anytime that I might, you know, through this whole menopausal thing, yes, you do have weight gains. I do have weight gains. I do get bloated where I don't feel the best. And I'm like, hold on, let me go on and get some of this candy. Y'all think it's a joke, but let me tell you, when I get snacky, I'm like, I can't go to the snack drawer because I don't ever want those pounds. Let me go ahead and eat me a few pieces of candy and drink this, shrink, and act like I know, so those pounds can come back off, because that was not a good place for me. So even when you're smaller and you do gain a few pounds, you like, wait a minute, I can't be looking like I got to stay here. I can't go there, because as you age, your body shifts. What used to fall off when you're younger don't happen at 52, okay? It's a little different. You have a different body, different things are going on. So it was a little disappointing to me when those things happen. And I still make sure now, listen, we're not going back there. We got to stay focused. We got to stay on the game, and we got to do what we got to do to make sure those things don't happen again. So I'll be like, let me go ahead and eat me another piece of candy, okay? So I don't go to that snack. Because the reality of it is, guess what? We do have snacks in our house. You know what I mean? And I do love potato chips. That's one of my guilty pleasures. I do like certain things. But if I eat this candy, guess what? It stops me from eating them, because honestly, I love them so much, I probably could sit and eat a bag if it's really that time. You know what I mean? So let me break out my candy and drink my drink, detox, so I can stay straight.
As you see, my detox juice is gone.
Mine too.
Yes.
And y'all know, and I'm gonna eat my fruit though. But y'all know, it's so funny when people are watching me. They know Nina don't be finishing any drink. But
don't finish nothing. She just
I'm gonna tell y'all something. I was like, oh, it's been a busy day. I'm just getting in. I did the live. I got on a call to make sure I support it. I was like, I still need to make the calendar for next month. I was like, oh, we're not going to do this live. We just do it next Sunday. And I was like, no, next Sunday, maybe even busier, you know, with Paul and Paige's birthday. And I don't know if he's still going to be here in town. And I was like, Nina, no. And I just got a message. I'm not going to say her name. A friend of mine who said, thank you for doing this live.
Oh,
I'll be watching right now. She said, I'm getting ready to place my order. She said, let me tell you what she said. She said, the word about this weight not being biblical hit me hard. But when you're over 40, it's very difficult. She said, however, I'm not receiving that. I know it's time for a change. So I just want y'all to know, obedience is better than sacrifice. And God will always bless for obedience, because I didn't want to do, like, I could find every reason in the world. I was like, I don't have a thumbnail. Oh, I need to set this, like, I need to, and you should have seen me in it. I grabbed a generic picture from offline, because I was like, I don't even have a picture of myself in the bonnet, and I'm gonna take one tonight. So, you know, I'll have a better one for our moving forward.
Yes.
But I didn't want to, I was torn between the not the sacrifice, but what it was going to take for me to get ready for this, because I have to come set up in here. I have to turn the lighting on. I had to bring the tables in here, the props, like, just to set everything up. And then I was like, oh, and I got to make this thumbnail, and then I got to set up the StreamYard, and then and I was like, you know what, maybe I just won't do it. And then I said, nope, if it's me by myself. And then I said, well, let me message, you know, at least Alicia and Tedra, because we hadn't planned with anybody else, just to see if they are still in. And when y'all said, yeah, let me go get my pajamas now, I was like, you know what? All right, Lord. See, you just never know what one person might need to hear what you say.
Mm-hmm.
And even while we're sitting here, another message just came in like, please, can you just order me 2 bags? Because I always handle a few orders for some of my non-tech savvy people or my
Yes.
older women. I do the orders for them. And she's like, I said, well, how many bags do you want? I said, you want 1? She said, no, I want the 2-pack, right? Because the 2-pack.
Isn't that something? But that's like what happened to me yesterday. That's why we didn't give up, because I said, this is such a good point you're bringing out. I said to Trey, no. I feel like there's a blessing. We have to stay. We cannot just leave. He was like, well, whatever you want to do, I'm down. We're going to stay. And I'm so grateful because the impact that was made yesterday, like everybody was like, I need this. It wasn't like, oh, can I just see what you have? They were like, I need this. It was such a need, the stories that they were telling. So it just goes to show you, when we push through and we do what we need to do, there's such a great blessing. So I'm just so excited for those 2 ladies that messaged you, because they got what they needed just through the sacrifice and the being obedient.
And sometimes it's really just, are you willing to give that next push? Are you willing, to get a message from Dawn this morning? And I have messages, so many messages from the weekend. I have yet to even post all of the messages that I have.
Sorry, y'all.
It's okay. I've not posted all of the messages that I have. There are so many more that I need to post. When I post Pat King's new picture, she was like, Nina, I was getting ready to get in the shower tonight. And it was like the Holy Spirit told her to get back on the scale. When I show y'all her scale pictures, to the point where her before and after pictures are making her family and friends want to purchase products.
That's
They're
so
like,
awesome.
what in the heck, Pat? Because she's losing so much weight so fast because she had so much inflammation and fluid that she was retaining in her body. She's had the other drink to shrink. And it worked. It did. She came down some, but this one, for the people that are like, Nina, I plateaued. Alicia, you want to talk about that? I mean, there's a new sheriff in town, and his name is
sheriff.
A new sheriff, because you only need 1 pack a day. Just 1 pack a day. Alicia, you had plateaued, and you were talk about. See, I want you to emotionally, mentally, what was that doing?
It was
you were going to the gym.
Every day, like 5 days a week, rather. And I was and a personal trainer once a week. And then, but she gave me a regimen for the other 4 days that I wasn't with her. And I was just discouraged. I was like, okay, I'm about to call Sonabella. I'm this close to getting it.
Told me.
I mean, like literally, I was I got discouraged because we have all of these health gurus say, if you do this, you do that, you do this, you eat that, you go, you work out, you're going to lose the weight. And then when you're doing it and you don't see the results, I know it didn't take me, overnight to gain this weight, but I was like, good gosh, I've been sitting at these 234 pounds or whatever I was at, and it was not budging, y'all. Like literally, I was drinking my detox tea. I was eating my candy. I was just at a plateau. And and mind you, I am in full menopause. So, I have a lot of other factors that's contributing to my, that was contributing to.
Hold on.
Okay.
Any ladies on here into menopause, right smack dab in it right after? I mean, any men that are on this live that know a woman who's going through menopause or heading there, that means that they're in their 40s. 50s, maybe even 60s, because they're still maybe having the symptoms. I need y'all to tag them to this live. Okay, so go ahead. Now you're smack dab in the middle.
Middle of menopause, and so all of these factors are contributing to the weight gain along with the plateau. And so I was just like, good God, like what else can I do? I tried this diet 1 week. Next week I'm doing juicing. The next week, I mean, like I was really working. I was putting into work, and I was just like emotionally, just like, man, I'm about to quit. And I did the tea. The first night I was down 3 pounds, broken. I mean, no. 4 pounds the first night because I was 234. And when I woke up, I was 230. So I lost 4 pounds the first night on the first pack. The
And that is
second
true
night,
for
I ate it
confirmation.
again, and I woke up, I was 228. I was like, oh Lord, I done broke the plateau. Hallelujah. And then it just a pound, 2 pounds. It just depends on the day. And it just, what I do notice is the more water I drink, the more results I get. So I have to be consistent with drinking the water. But y'all, when I tell you this tea, and when I tell you that it just, like my skin, it's just pulling. I got pimples all over my body. So it's detoxing me for real. Like I feel it in my muscles. I feel it in my body. Like it's really pulling stuff out of me that probably was holding me back. That's what was holding me back. I just needed that extra boost. And I don't know if I can ever not drink this.
I don't ever, when I tell y'all, I'm gonna place another order tonight. I'm gonna do my Monday order tonight. I don't know, out of the way. But I got some bigger orders throughout the weekend that came in, orders that we had loaned people product so that they could get it faster. That came in through the weekend. I mean, we had several people's products that literally, y'all, several people had products from us. Okay. And here's the deal. We're just grateful that we were able to do it. Okay.
Yes.
So a lot of those packages started coming back in this weekend, but I don't care how much tea is in this house. I need to say that again. Maybe somebody thinks I sound crazy. See, because here's the deal. One, as a leader, I know that I have to be able to assist the rest of the team. That's number one.
Right.
Number two, I can't even, for my own personal consumption between Paul and myself, can't even imagine not going a day without this or having to go without it, because honestly, y'all, this tastes so good. So good. As y'all see, I never finish anything that I order. A cup of sweet tea, nothing. I don't even finish a whole cocktail. So, y'all, all my friends can vouch for me.
We can vouch for that.
I don't finish a cocktail. I don't drink soda. So I don't drink soda. I don't finish a cocktail. I like sweet tea, but I generally don't even finish that. Okay. I don't finish a whole cup of coffee.
Nope.
I love coffee. I just don't finish rarely, very rarely do I finish my whole cup of coffee. But there isn't one time that I've been on the live, and it is not no cap, that I don't finish this juice, to the point where I am like drinking water throughout the day and craving.
Yes. Can't wait till nighttime.
Can't wait till nighttime, right? And I mean, I skip a night every now and again.
Yeah,
I do. I skip a night every now and again. I drank fruit punch last night. I let it get frozen and it was slushy. And
looks so
what
good.
you have to understand too, Wednesday night you hear from our men. Sunday night you hear from the ladies, because this is not just for ladies, it is also for men. But tonight we really want to focus on some of the issues that women are having.
Yes.
What I'm also noticing, Tedra, and I mean, Tedra, let's keep it real. We do burn the candle from both ends a lot of times. I just posted a video. I think it's hilarious. Someone sent it to me on Instagram, and I just posted, not the little boy that I think is super hilarious, but I just posted this about small business owners on vacation. It's how we be in the ocean.
Yes.
How we be in the ocean.
I gotta get that.
Oh my goodness.
Because that is totally us.
And the thing is, we're in launch with a product that is on high demand, which is another reason why I could have 50, 60 bags of tea here, and it still, for me, would not be enough. Because in any moment, we could wake up one morning, and what happens is they start going by the twos, because people are like, "No, I don't want just one."
Yes.
No, I want two. Because you'll spend $100 for one bag, but we'll give you two bags for $150, $160.
Right.
Then doesn't it make sense to get the two bags?
It makes sense. Yes.
Nope.
So that you don't pay a whole nother $100.
It makes sense to get the two.
Makes sense to get the two. You're only paying
$50.
$50
plus your $10 for shipping. We'll even throw in some capsules and candy.
Yes.
Right. But you can go to the website and you'll get an even bigger deal.
Yes.
Mhm.
But that's just for you people who just like, you're like, no, I want it now, like right now. We get it, because we live in a society where we really do want it now. And some
Mhm.
people are saying, Nina, I got one bag for me and I got one for my mom, my sisters, my like a sample
Yes.
out, or they're actually taking one bag and selling it to their coworkers,
Mhm.
keeping one for
Flipping it.
themselves, flipping the other bag to pay for their own product.
Yes.
So there's just never an amount. I'm gonna go order more candy. I'm gonna go order more tea when we're done. And this is the season, y'all, where we do need to get us a little cooler for the car if we're gonna be in the car with that candy, because
Mhm.
we were
Yeah.
out today and we were like, oh shucks, we had that candy in the car.
Yes.
And so it's back in the fridge now. But definitely want to get yourself a little something for when you do have to be out and you have to have your products out with you. You want to make sure that it is getting hot now and the caramel does melt. Okay.
Yes.
Yes,
does
it
melt.
does.
So emotion. So now we're dealing with the emotions mentally, what it does. Like I think about the fake smile that I was wearing.
Mm.
The fake smile I was wearing. I mean, you see that big old jewelry? Look.
Yes.
You wear that big old gaudy jewelry. And then look, I had gotten all small and still was trying to wear big old gaudy jewelry
Mm-mm-mm.
because I ain't know no better. Now I
Mhm.
wear like one little dainty. She said, I think y'all done bought all the tea. We buy it a lot. A lot.
We do a lot.
A lot.
A lot.
And I'm gonna go order some more tonight. Right. How do you all feel? Because I know, seeing a message from Dawn this morning, who the doctors told she would never lose any weight,
Mm.
and she lost 6 pounds, and she didn't think that was a big darn deal. She was like, well, y'all had
What?
people that lost 6 pounds in one day.
That's
I said,
amazing.
but it's
But
still
yes,
amazing.
that's what?
Yes.
6 pounds in
Yes.
4 days.
Man.
What? Some people don't lose 6 pounds in 3 months. What?
In a month. Like literally, yes, that's true.
That's phenomenal.
But she was
Phenomenal.
not happy at first. And I was like, but you couldn't lose any weight. And you just
Anyway.
lost 6 pounds.
That's
Come on.
huge.
She was like, I
Yes.
guess you're right. I guess you're
Yes.
right. But when you
Mhm.
get messages like that, when you get messages from Pat, let me show y'all, because y'all know that the scale said 260 when she started, right?
Yes.
Y'all know it did. So let me show y'all her picture. She just texted me. There's so many messages in my phone.
Well, I got a message today from one of my people who's down 3 pounds from one pack. 3
Wow.
pounds.
That's
She was at
amazing.
a standstill, so she's super excited. She was like, if this
Mhm.
continues, I'm so grateful. I was like, yes.
All right, so let's look at this scale, because y'all know that Pat was 260 when she started.
Mhm, mhm.
Mhm.
What that say? She right at about 200.
What?
That is, I'm tripping out.
Shh.
I mean,
No,
y'all see
ma'am.
about 205, it looks like, right? Look.
Jeez.
Yeah, like 205. So that's 55 pounds. But like you said, it goes back to the fact that because she had all of that inflammation, it was
Yes.
blocking for her
Mhm.
to be able to lose the weight. So
Yeah.
everybody's story going to be different,
Right.
but that
That's
gives somebody else who
amazing.
has a lot of inflammation hope. That's all I keep thinking about. Like,
Yes.
if you have inflammation, get your hands on this product immediately, because guess what? It's going to get to it.
It's gonna get rid of it. Mhm.
Yes.
I
And I
mean,
think because the other, even though we were detoxing, if you think about it, I'm thinking about what Mr. Dunn said about how it's caught up in those intestines and all trapped around there. It was
Mhm.
trapped. So now this instant goes in and is more so like getting into those pockets where it couldn't get to. It's releasing it, which is allowing all that inflammation to just come out.
Release.
Release.
Mhm.
Yep.
and you
Wow.
feel
Like
amazing.
So
it's
good.
crazy.
You
It's
feel amazing. Just the fact that, like, when I look at this scale picture and I think about how I know she was feeling, like, I'm thinking to myself, what if I had said no?
Mm.
But I ain't want to do tea again. What if I had said no? You know what? I'm done
Wow.
with. So here. What if I had said no? I'm done with this industry. I'm done with it.
Mm.
Alicia, you wouldn't be at
You would
50
not.
pounds down,
Mm-mm.
or you would have tried to go get some other alternatives that might not have been
Right.
safe. They might not have been
Right.
safe. You might not even be alive here to tell this story.
That's real.
Mhm.
What if, Tedra, you had said no, you didn't want to do this anymore because
Mhm.
our lives are not our own.
Nope.
And the young lady that you met in that wheelchair yesterday,
Yep.
Mm,
who was
mm,
your
mm, mm.
last customer who spent more than anybody else.
Wow.
What if you didn't say yes? Bridget Jackson, who's on your team, wouldn't be on the team now, even though she didn't want it. She gave us some resistance, right? But she's here now. That's all that matters.
That's
But
better.
what about Kim Hurd? How about, let me
Kim
tell you what
Hurd.
she told me this morning. She went to church. Her church is hilly. She sent me a message and she said, Tedra, she said, I was able to go up those hills at my church today. She said, and I was able to praise God without
Wow.
restriction today.
Wow.
Down now 32 pounds. Like, what if? So that's why I be like, those are the things that have me going and be like, listen, we can't stop, because look at the impact and how people's lives are being changed. When you hear, oh, I was at a standstill and I'm now down 13 pounds in a week and a couple days. This lady was about to give up. She was going to go, another lady was going to go have surgery. She said, I guess, or I'll just be fat for the rest of my life. 13 pounds down in a week and a half. Like, those are the things that make you say, wow, we got to keep on going, because this is really changing people's lives. Another young lady who just got a sample pack that's ready to come on board. She said, I can't even read my weight on the scale, but from just drinking those 3 packs that I have, she got a 5-pack. She said, I could already feel the difference. She said, if I showed you what came out of me, she said, all kinds of stuff is coming out of me, mucus and everything. These are the things that have my baby leaping and make me say, you know what, Tedra, you got to go just a little bit harder. You still have some more lives to change. There's still more work to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what gets me excited.
Wow.
Wow. See, that's what I'm saying. And I think about it like we so many times think about ourselves, and I did this before, and oh, this didn't work. When we started this journey, Alicia, I didn't know you. And I had just gone through some hell in the industry.
Wow.
But I didn't know you. And I could have decided going through that hell that I was done.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that, because I remembered saying something to someone else when I said, because I could go sell anything and I'm going to make money. I'm going to do well. I could sell anything. Literally, I could go start my own business.
Yes.
I could sell digital products. I could sell trainings. I could do all that and not have to build with a team. I could do that.
Right.
I. You know, when you start hearing how selfish and silly you sound with the I don't need this, and this is too much, and I can't believe that I. But my life is not my own. And I had said to someone else when I was doing a 3-way call once, I said, they said, well, Nina, I'm done with network marketing. I'm done with network marketing. I said, I understand. I do. I understand what that feels like. I was done with network marketing too. And then I said to them, but is network marketing done with you?
Uh-oh.
Right? But I had to eat them words, because when network marketing, or the people in network marketing, the CEOs and the things that they did to me and my husband and to our income, where they just snatched it, owed us money, basically stole from us. We paid for rings that we never got, wouldn't give us our money back, none of it, stopped my checks, still owed me 2 weeks worth of checks. And I was like, I'm done with network marketing. And literally that little quiet voice was like, but is network marketing done with you?
Wow.
If I had quit, if I had quit, Alicia,
wow.
If I had quit, Pat King would not be down almost 60 pounds
Mm-hmm.
because of this right here. See,
Yes.
because not only when we started this journey did I not know Alicia, but Tedra, we didn't even know we was getting this.
We sure didn't.
We
Look,
didn't know.
sure
We
didn't.
didn't know this was coming.
Look.
Nope. But
We
look
didn't
at the blessing that has happened just in, we only had this product, y'all. This is the end of the 3rd week.
Mhm.
The 3rd week, like literally, we were having this conversation earlier, and just in 3 weeks, look how many people's lives have been changed. Can you
Mhm.
imagine how this is going to look like a month from now, 30 days from now, 60 days from now, 90 days from now? Like, how many people?
Unbelievable.
It's going to be so, like, we use the word epic, but it's going to be just, I can't even imagine, like, because every day it just make you want to say, all right, I got to go harder. Somebody else got to have this, and eat. And it makes you even press through, like the not right now, the
Right.
nose, the, when I feel like, oh gosh, I got to do one more. I got to do one more. You just are so driven to keep
Yes.
going because you want people to feel good.
Yes.
It's like you feel like you got to rescue them. Like, I got what you need. Please,
Yes.
please listen to me.
Right.
Right.
Wow.
Right. That's why I'm saying, if you're looking at this, right? Number one, we just want you to feel as good as we feel. We want you to look as good as we look. We want you to start to have the testimony that Alicia has, that she's down
Yes.
56 pounds.
56.
And her goal is to get down another.
I want to get down I really want to get down like another 14 pounds.
By May 16th.
You
By
can do
May
it.
15th.
15th. By May 15th. And so I'm just here to tell you.
It's gonna take me all the way almost out of the 200. I will be probably at 199.
She wants to walk into conference
Wonderland.
in the Wonderlands.
Yes.
And I believe if y'all light this chat up,
come on,
and go ahead and give her
Encourage
some
me.
encouragement and support, right?
Yes.
That she gonna be she gonna try to drink 2 packs today. Watch y'all. She gonna be like, I'm drinking blue tea during the day
I
and I'm drinking
thought
this
about
at
it.
night.
Listen, you will, especially because you're still working out too. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
You're
So it's
working
going to,
out.
I'm losing it. So like I'm losing it in, like my back is really getting unbigged. Literally.
but your neck is getting smaller
and
too.
my
You
neck,
can see
like
it.
it's like here in my arms, and so yeah, it's like choosing where it want to come off at, but it's a pound is a pound, right? No matter where it come from, what area it affects. So
a pound is a pound.
A pound is a
pound, y'all. We believe that she can get this.
You going to do it.
I just believe you're going to get it done. I believe that there's some supernatural things that are happening.
Yes.
So maybe you're watching this and you're like, you know what? I want to do what the word of God says.
Mm-hmm.
We're not here to beat anybody down. We really are not. We had a spiritual awakening, right? We had that spiritual check. I was actually convicted by why is the scripture that you present your body a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is a reasonable service. That was
Yes.
Romans.
convicted me. Romans, right?
Mhm.
12:1-2.
12
I
1
mean,
and 2.
I mean, literally, I was so convicted by that. I beseech you, brethren, therefore, by the mercies of God,
Yes.
present your body a living
sacrifice. Holy.
Hold on. Let us look up what the definition of
That's so good.
definition of living sacrifice. And we want to make sure that y'all are making sure that you set your alarms for book club tomorrow. Can you tell them about book club while I look up the definition of living sacrifice, y'all? Definition of what is a living sacrifice?
Oh, book club on Monday nights, everyone. Please make sure you are joining us at Nina Mora on YouTube at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Nina R. Mora. Okay,
Nina R. Mora at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. We are reading The Mountain Is You.
The Mountain Is You.
And
Talking
let me
about
tell you something.
self-sabotage.
Woo!
My God.
Talk about self-sabotage. But the wonderful thing about our book club is you don't even need the book. All right. You just need to show up and be willing to have some extractions take place in your life.
Major extractions.
Major
I
extractions.
mean, like jab, uppercuts, and
Alicia, I'll be
open
like,
heart
woo,
surgery.
We get over there with black eyes, bruised ribs,
without anesthesia.
bruised ribs,
look, ladies, I'll be like, ooh,
bruised ribs.
I
hold on.
literally cannot. Sometimes I literally cannot comment because I'm just looking like, wait a
What?
minute.
she be like, type in the chat.
I can't
I'm
type
like,
what,
woo.
type what. I'm just like, that was me. That's all me. That's oh
Paul
my
gonna
God.
say last week, oh, so you just want to be all up in my business today,
Like,
huh?
just read the book.
Last week you was giving it, okay?
So what happens on book club, you guys, is the Holy Spirit gives me this revelation while we're reading. And I can't even stop it. Like most times I don't even, there's so much more that he gives. We would never get through the book if I actually shared everything that God like gives me while I'm reading the book. It's almost like he has given me this gift to go into the mind of the author.
Yes.
And when we read, y'all, when I'm actually reading it to you all, I get lost. Like I feel myself go into this place where I feel like I travel to the mind of the author. And while I'm reading the words, God is saying, now say this.
Download.
Now say this. And I'm like, Lord, they already gonna be mad at this book. Now you want them to hate me? Right? I'm like,
But you can
like,
tell
just-
it's the
just
anointing,
read the
though.
book.
We really can. We know it's not you because the way it comes out, it's just like, woo, you be getting beat up too, though. So that's the bad part. It's
I
like,
do. And I do. And I do. So listen, living sacrifice means the dictionary defines as anything consecrated and offered to God.
Wow.
So I beseech you, brethren, therefore, by the mercies of God, to present your body a living sacrifice, that we consecrate our body to God, holy and acceptable. It's our reasonable. What is the definition of reasonable?
Reasonable service.
Reasonable. Jesus.
What is the definition
That's
of reasonable?
powerful.
Because I'm gonna tell you that this is how I got the weight off. When you start looking at yourself and looking in that mirror, reasonable means having. I don't even think we're ready. Y'all probably gonna be like, Nina, just go to bed already. Okay. Reasonable. Y'all ready? Ooh. Reasonable means, first of all, see, we be thinking we know what these words mean.
That's right. Yes.
Reasonable means having sound judgment.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
To be fair and sensible.
Mm-hmm.
So wait. Present your body a living sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
What did he say?
Consecrated to God.
To him, which is our reasonable service. We have sound judgment. We're making sound judgment with the things that we do.
Come on.
Fair and sensible.
Wow.
Appropriate. Another definition is appropriate and moderate.
Yes.
So how we eat should be sensible.
Yes.
And reasonable.
Moderate.
And appropriate and
appropriate.
moderate.
And good judgment.
And good. That's what
good judgment.
And good judgment. So when we be in gluttonies, that's not in good judgment.
Let me tell you what I was glad. Okay. So I ain't even gonna do no more. I ain't even gonna do it to y'all no more. Okay. So we went to we had the family style. We went to Maggiano's and we did because Dr. Air was like, I've never been there before. I said, let's go over there with the family style. It's easy. You know, you get to pick stuff and you all pick from it. All of us took a couple of, like, literally, Destiny, the littlest one, she can eat. So she can eat because she the littlest one. She's trying to gain weight, actually.
Wow.
And we were looking at her eating because all of us,
I
was actually done after salad and the calamari, right? I didn't eat no dinner. None. Y'all know I didn't.
Wow.
So
Y'all
y'all
know I
got
didn't
dinner
eat
for the
no.
next couple days.
Right, we split it. We let them take most because they got the 2 little kids. It's just
Mhm.
me, Paul, and Paige. Me and Paige are like one person.
Mm-hmm.
And what I was really, really excited about, because we're trying to tell y'all, it doesn't mean that you can't ever have anything you want. But now,
Mhm.
to be honest, when you do family style, instead of bringing you all that big old desserts, they bring you a sampler plate.
Nice.
And
Mm.
I said, this was so smart.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
now there's really only these 4 little things on each plate.
Mm-hmm.
And so you don't really overindulge because
Right.
it's only a little bit of, you know what I mean? There's a little,
Right.
instead of the warm apple cressata being a big plate like that, it was a
Uh-huh.
little one like this.
Wow, that's good they did
Me,
that.
Paul, and Paige all took a little piece of that little one. Nas, their son, ate the little chocolate cake. He loved it. You can eat it. You're a little baby. You can have it, right?
Right.
Then Paul and Paige both tried like it was a little tiny strawberry cheesecake, this big, a little miniature one,
Wow.
and then a little little round thing like this of creme brulee.
Okay.
And we
Wow.
didn't eat that at all. We didn't eat it at all. So what I'm saying is, and then it was a little tiny round little thing, looked like a muffin, which was like their butter cake that Paige
Uh-huh.
actually liked. And I'm saying all to say is, you can have things. It's when you just taste it. You don't have to
Eat
you
the
don't
whole
have to
thing.
eat the whole thing.
Right.
But if you know that you are not disciplined,
Nope.
don't order it at all.
Don't order it.
Yes.
Don't go to restaurants that may not have the options that you need. However, our Maggiano's does serve salmon in a lemon herb spin. It's so good. So if you know that maybe you will not do right by yourself, there
Mhm.
are restaurants that you can go to that can cook foods for you, like what is the restaurant, and they'll cook the chicken breast in the vegetable bonefish. Several
Oh,
restaurants like that. Olive Garden, they'll do the chicken breast for you and the broccoli, and you can buy
Mhm.
all of that, and then you can meal prep if you don't feel like cooking it yourself. Same thing with even Maggiano's. I was like, you can have the chicken marsala. You can
Yes.
have the vegetables that they have. You can have the salmon that they have. There are things you can have. You just need to stay away from that pasta.
just stay away from
Yes.
the pasta. Right. Or
Stay away
other
from the
options.
pasta. And
Yeah.
don't act like you gonna die if you don't eat a whole 5 plates. Like that's mental.
It's
Yes.
mental.
It's mental. It's
Emotional.
mental.
Mhm.
It's emotional, which is why we're
Mhm.
talking about the emotional. But what we love is that here's the deal. We know you can't do it by yourself.
Right.
Because if you could do it by yourself, you would have done it by yourself.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So since you can't do it by yourself,
Come on.
we got this candy
We got you.
and this new sheriff that's in town, right? It's called One Pack. One
One
Pack a
One
day.
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 And we even have a capsule system that
Oh,
for real, if you're really struggling, you need those epic capsules.
Yes.
Purple and white you take at night, as we like to call the cousins, right? Alicia and Tedra just crushed our call tonight. Okay, they did that. Alicia, this is probably like she was like, "Oh no, I'm it tonight." Okay,
Yes.
she stepped up to that plate to bat, and she hit a home run.
Yes, she
Um,
did.
Elevate capsule, which you take in the morning, and that's the one that gives you that mental clarity and focus. It gives
yeah.
you that, and if you have issues with blood pressure,
Yes.
number one, you need to lean in and you need to hear me clear,
Lean in.
because here we are with these issues with blood pressure. We the
Mhm.
same. Then you need to do our Elevate sachet with the
Mhm.
B cardio.
Absolutely.
It will not spike your blood pressure.
No.
Mix it with the B cardio like we do in the mornings together, right? Maybe you need to add a little bit more water, and
Yep.
that's going to help you along with this candy that helps to control your blood pressure, right? And so will this.
Yes.
I'm just trying to tell you, B cardio, the greens that has some cardio, some of the B cardio in it as well for your cardiovascular. You need those products.
Mhm.
You need them. You need
Yeah.
them. And when you're
Yes.
not going out to eat like crazy, you literally make some swaps, healthier swaps,
Yes.
right? Healthier swaps, so that you can get your body in order. So let's commit our bodies to the Lord, right? So that we can beat the emotional battle that
Yeah.
we've got going on inside, the mental anguish that we've got going on inside, because I know what it's like to feel like you just want to take a pair of scissors and cut your stomach off.
Man.
Mm.
Okay, just me and Alicia and Tedra. Nobody
Mhm.
else. Just the three of us.
Just cut it right off.
Just the three of us. Just us
Mhm.
feel like that. We know what it's like to not feel good about ourselves. We know what
Yeah.
it's like to be miserable, right? We
Mhm.
know what it's like. I don't know about y'all, but I know what it's like to sit up in the bed and feel like I'm choking on food. Like literally waking up
Come
like,
on. Yes,
like
absolutely.
Yes.
choking on food, like for real, choking on food, right? I know what it's like. I used to drink 2-liter Pepsi a day, a 2-liter of Pepsi a day.
Wow. Coach, can I ask you a question I think it'll help the people? So, with you being like 300 pounds at one point, and now you're like 120, maybe 125, maybe.
I hover between, I believe it or not, I hover between 125 and 130. That's
Okay,
my
125 and 130 because of your height problem. Can you just, I think the people really just need to hear, like, how does that trends work for you when you think of like, okay, I might be gaining weight, or like, how does that make you feel, the thought of, oh my goodness, if I went back to that place again? Because I think some people might need to know, like, because you were on one side and now you're on the other side, what that is and how does that feel on a daily basis, and maybe just give a tip on how you keep yourself like so disciplined, because you're very regimented and you have a different type of personality, but everybody's not that strong person. So could you like possibly give a tip to those people who might not have the determination like you, but know that they went from being larger to now smaller, to make sure they don't fall back into that place?
100%. That's a fantastic question.
Awesome question. Mhm.
So I'm going to tell you, because I know the answer. I mean, 100%. One of the reasons why y'all think that it's like for marketing that I keep these present with me,
It's a
I
reminder.
keep these present as a reminder
Mhm.
to never ever go back. Like
Absolutely.
that is why I have to see these every day. I go in my office every single day and I have to go look and I pick them up and I just look. I never want to ever go back to feeling the way that I felt
Yes.
as that Nina, right?
Mhm.
That's number one. Number two, I decide every day.
Every
Yes.
day.
People think it was a one-time decision,
Every day.
and it wasn't. Every day I decide. And the
Yes.
thing is, when I first started the journey, it wasn't easy. It ain't easy every day now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think that there are days that I just don't want to just, but let me eat the whole damn cake, man. Just bring me like you don't think
With a
that,
whole spoon,
right?
not even
Just
a knife.
just give me the cake and a spoon. Right? You don't
Mhm.
think that I probably couldn't get past 3-4 bites
You
of it,
would,
but
yeah.
I bought a bundt cake. It's still sitting. I took a couple of bites. It's in the fridge. Most
Mhm.
people will get the bundt cake and eat it. The whole thing is going to be gone that day. If I get a piece of cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory, a piece will last me past 7 days, to the point where I got to go throw it in the trash
Yeah.
Mhm.
because it's not even good anymore. Like it don't look good. It don't taste
Right.
good, right? Because it's been sitting in that container after,
Mhm.
it's just, and it's still in the fridge, y'all, 7, 8, 9. And I be telling Paul, just leave it in there. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get that. He just be looking at me at the top of the next week and be like, but I thought you was gonna get to it. And I was like, well, I just, just in case I wanted some of it. I literally can go and take a piece of it,
And be
one
done.
spoonful, and I'm done.
Mhm.
Yup,
done
and I've seen you do that, so I know it's true.
Me
Right.
too. She's very
Y'all see me
disciplined.
do it. I'm like,
Mhm.
I want this. And once I satisfy what I want, I'm done with it. I
Mhm.
don't, I used to sit with the whole bag of chips with me like this. Now, y'all see what we do, even with Paige.
Mhm.
We've taught
Mhm.
Paige to do it too. You put it in a
Mhm.
little baggie.
Yes.
That's a
Portions. Yeah.
It's about portion. So it's about, so it's not that you can't ever have what you like, but it's you got to get disciplined so that you can have what you like in portions. In still, I'm in control. I'm still in control. So it's just every single day I have to decide, what do I want more? Every day. It's like, you know what? I don't feel like going to the gym 99% of the time. I don't go because I feel like it. I go because I never ever want to be that person again. I don't care how cute she was. I don't care how cute I made her and dressed her up.
Come on.
This person right here was miserable. And I don't want to be her again. I don't want to feel suicidal again. I don't want to feel unworthy again.
Right.
I don't want to feel unlovable again. I don't want to feel like I have to have this, I got to overperform in my personality so that people are like me, because I don't know if they see me or if they see her. I don't want to have to only be able to shop at a couple of stores.
Limited selections.
Like, y'all don't know how I felt when I had to go on my prom and all the other girls in Girls High was all these cutesy little, you know, and my mom had to take me to the dress store. And I remember them putting a size 22 dress on me because gowns are cut smaller. And so they had to put me in a big old size 22 and then cut it down. And then they cut it up in the front to make it look a little bit more like a little more style. But I was like a stylish kind of girl. And I had this other lady, Miss Pet, who's no longer with us, was supposed to make my dress. And it was awful. Like, a couple of weeks before prom, we were looking at that, and I had already referred her to several other people and I was like, I don't want her to not do their dresses. I would rather her go ahead and do their dresses. And I took the hit. And so we were like 3 weeks before the prom trying to find a dress. But when you're a size 18,
Come on.
it ain't easy to find a dress, right? Within their budget, within my parents' budget, within, because they had to buy it for me.
Right.
And so when you're having to find the larger sizes to try to find what you like and your style and your this and that, it doesn't feel good. Having limited selection. Now,
limited selections.
Plus sizes are more popular now.
They are.
And it is easier to find plus sizes now, way more easier. It's actually harder for me to find it's harder for me now to find my size.
Yeah.
And a 4 than it is when I was now.
So true.
Everywhere. 4s are hard to find now. But I would just, say to the person that's listening that you have to, now I can shop in kids sections, right?
Period.
Right, Melissa? I would just say to you, all that are listening, that you have to look in the mirror and say to yourself, I have to commit this body and my ways unto God. Not just your body, but I have to commit my ways unto God.
That's good.
And when you decide to commit your ways unto God, and when you say, you know what, Nina, you know what, Cedra, you know what, Alicia, you know what, you were created in His image and in His likeness. And when you look in that mirror, you got to be very honest with yourself and say, this is not His image and His likeness. And this does not give Him glory. And if you know that just adding more life to your years and and having more of a quality of life, and not having to feel like you got to figure a way to dress it up. And you know what? Not even having to take the scraps, because you can only get what you can get and finding
Come
your
on.
sizes and things like that. Feeling good and looking good is literally to give God glory.
Yes.
When you that switch goes off in your mind,
Yes.
that switch has to go off in your
Yes.
mind,
Mhm.
but it has to go off in your mind every single
Every
day.
day. Yes.
Yes.
Every day. You've
That's
got to
good.
decide that, you know what? Again, today, I choose life. And you may not even get it all right every day. You're not going to. But when you wake up again in the morning,
It's a
dust
new day.
yourself off. It's a new day. Like, just like his mercies are renewed for you every single day.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new day. And on today, God, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to offer you my life. And that's what I did. And what I say is, when I began to deal with the emotional scars and the trauma,
Come
and I
on.
started digging up all that emotional stuff that I had hidden, that's when the weights that were binding me started falling off.
Come
Come
on.
on.
Falling off. I started just really dealing with all of that stuff that I had stuffed in a trunk.
Mm-hmm.
And when I started to unpack them trunks and unpack that trauma, that's when the weights started. See, there's a reason why you eat the way you eat.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's all emotional.
It's all emotional.
All of it. And I don't even know, every time we say we're going to be on here for like 30 minutes, we be on here almost 2 hours, right? But
that's even true for a smaller person, because when I was going through the things I was going through, that's why I was eating, because everything else around me was like crumbling. So that was my comfort. You know what I mean? I went to go eat because it was like, I don't want to deal with this. So I'm just going to eat to make myself feel good.
You know what I learned, y'all? It's really not that it's comfort. Let me tell you what it is. Lean in, because I'm about to bless y'all. I'm about to bless people so much that they're going to get delivered right here tonight on this Facebook Live. I'm telling you, you're getting ready to get delivered. The reason why a lot of times we overeat and we pack that plate on and all of that is because it's the only thing in our lives we can control.
That we can control. Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Everything else be feeling like it's just so out of whack and we have no control on it, over it. But what you put on that plate, we control. Like, I'm in control of this.
I'm in control of this. Yes. Yes.
That's good. That's good, Coach. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So just remember, you are in control. And the one thing, if I could help every single one of you make a change like this, like, yes, the products are going to help. Yes, they are. Use baby, they're going to work. Okay. This candy is going to work. But let me help you. Start tomorrow eating on a smaller plate.
Yes.
Don't give yourself a big old plate.
A big difference. Mm-hmm.
Start eating on a smaller plate and start there. That already will cut down. And don't you fill that plate all the way up. But eat on a smaller plate. I promise you, you'll still get full. And you never should ever eat until you can't move.
Right.
We're not supposed food, believe it or not. We're going to educate you before we go. Food is supposed to fuel you.
Fuel. Mm-hmm.
You're never supposed, like, that whole thing, eat until you're full. I don't eat until I'm full. I only eat until I'm content, which is why you're supposed to eat like 5 or 6 times a day. Because you only eat until you're content.
Right.
Because food is supposed to fuel you until the next time that you eat a little something more. So I want you to just retrain your brain, because your brain is trained to eat a really poor way, a really bad way. But if you retrain your brain, most times we're not hungry, we're thirsty, or we're bored.
Right. Or bored.
Or we're bored.
Yep.
We're bored. Maybe you should take up a hobby.
Yes.
Maybe you should go for a walk.
Yes.
Mhm.
Maybe you should just go get some water. Some nights when I think I want something, I grab a piece of candy and I grab some water, and then boop, it's done.
Good.
I didn't
Yeah.
do nothing. I feel good.
Mm-hmm.
You're bored or you're thirsty. Your body is dehydrated. So we pray that these things helped you, and we want you to know that there is a better way, right? And
Mhm.
because you cannot do this by yourself,
You cannot.
you cannot. If you could, you would have already,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But I promise you that we've got some really great supplements that
Mhm.
will help you in your journey. That's why they're called supplements. Let me
Yes.
tell you, let's look up what the definition of the word supplement. And if
Supplement.
y'all get on book club with us, you'll get more understanding about why it's so important that we do this. Let's look up what the definition of supplements are. Okay. The definition of supplement is something that completes or enhances something else when added to it.
Mhm.
Mm.
That's all a supplement is. So for
Mhm.
all of them people that's like, I ain't taking no supplements, I don't really take no, I don't do supplements, and I don't really. It says to add an extra element or amount to. A
Mhm.
supplement is necessary, you guys, because we do not get all of the vitamins and nutrients that we need from the foods that we eat. So
Correct.
supplements are important
Mhm.
because what they do is your body will actually begin to release the fat when you start giving your body some of the nutrition and the nutrients that you need, like
That's
our
it.
greens, like our greens, like
Mhm.
our elevate.
Yes.
You start using those products after about 30 days. It's not a quick fix. It's not going to happen tomorrow.
Mhm.
But after you start using them, you see 30 days in, you're like, your body begins to respond differently because
Yes.
you added supplements,
Mhm.
something to complete or enhance something else when added to it. Okay, I'm done preaching for the whole day. We should just put my cash app up for an offering.
That's good.
Ooh, that was good though.
Lord have mercy.
Yes.
So y'all rocked out with us for real this whole
Yes,
time.
they
Yes.
Must
did.
have been
They
good.
did.
This must have been good. Listen, if you see this on someone else's wall, if you see this on Alicia's wall or Tedra's wall, make sure you get back to them, right? Ask them
Yes.
for their link. If you see it on mine, you happen to be a friend of mine. I already had Jennifer already went to the link and became a customer. She's like, oh, no, I want
Yay.
you.
Yay.
While we were here on the
Awesome.
live. And so we thank you.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
Jennifer.
congratulations on starting um your journey, and we are so grateful. Hey Shelly, what's that? You need my link, right? So if you need my link, let me put it right here for you. www.morverfit.com. You go to the website and you click shop as a preferred customer. You're going to confirm that you see Paulinina Moorer, okay? And then you're going to add your products to the cart. Now, Tedra, can you tell them about the pack? Like, I'm going to eat one more piece of candy while you tell them, because I keep trying to tell them to go and get that double pack of candy and the double pack of
Oh,
juice. But, I mean, you tell them about that pack, and then Alicia, tell them about the pack with the candy, the capsules, and the... So go ahead, Tedra. Let's talk about these packs.
So the packs, listen, the pack that you
Yes,
all
go ahead
want
and
to
tell them.
get, the one that you want to get is the one with the 2 bags of candy and the 2 bags of drink to shrink. Now, the reason why you want that pack, because it's going to allow you to have an experience for yourself, but you'll also be able to share it, the other bag of candy and the other bag of drink to shrink, with someone else. So you don't want to get fine and be feeling good and looking good by yourself. You want to make sure that you can have your girlfriends doing the same with you. Summer is coming. So you don't want to be selfish. You want to help them unbig their back too. You want to help them feel good, have more energy. And guess what? If you don't want to give it to them, you can sell it to them a few packs at a time and make back your money. So then you'll be able to get more product for yourself. It just makes sense, because guess what? The 1 pack of 1 drink to shrink and 1 instant tea is a 109 as a customer, but the 2 bags is 159. So for $50 more, you're getting one extra bag of drink to shrink and one extra bag of candy. So y'all, for $50 difference plus your little shipping, probably $10, no more than $13, you're getting so much more. And even if you didn't want to share with somebody else, you have extra for yourself. But I'm promising you, when you start looking good and feeling good, everybody's going to ask you what you're doing. And then you'll be set to share it with them or allow them to purchase it from you. And then they too can be on their journey to a healthier them and looking good at the same time. Because guess what? Summer is coming and we got to take off these fluffy clothes, y'all. And we want to be cute
Yes.
in our clothes this summer. And maybe you just might get in that two-piece if that's what you choose to do. But I promise you, you're going to look good. You're going to feel good, and your confidence is going to go way up, because as Alicia touched on, you're going to feel good about looking in that mirror. You're not going to just want to walk past it. You're going to be like feeling yourself and want to stare in the mirror and say, yes, I feel good about me. So that's what I would say about that. Just go on and get the 2 packs of each, because it's going to be the right decision.
Right. And then we have our I call the triple threat combo. So you'll get a month supply of our capsule system, our 3-day epic experience. And then you're going to get a bag of candy and a bag of tea. So you got the whole system to get started on your journey. And that's what I use to lose the weight that I lost. So I recommend that system because it's what it is. It's going to do what it needs to do. Like I said last night, it's going to give what it needs to give. And that's like, I think $184 as a distributor. But as a customer, you'll get, I think you'll pay like $194 for it. Yep. So get it. That's the one.
Yeah, get it. That's the one. And then you also, if you just are like, I want to get started, but I just need to get started, I can't start with those big packages, you can always just get a bag of tea, which is literally going to be $64.95. Or these ladies right here can tell you how to get started with any of the external split pay options. Right, there are different options that you can use. Just because, listen, here's the deal. I hope I didn't miss it. Our wigs, our hair, make everything, airline, everything it's split pay options, right?
Yep.
Yes.
I got a friend that has a 50% off sale. I'm about to go get me one of her units, because I sent it to y'all.
Yeah, I got
I'm finna order it before it hit 12 o'clock. So we about to get off of here. But no, seriously, I'm about to go order it because that's a great price. Her 50%
yes,
off price.
That is
great. That's the one that made this.
So it's the 50% off the price that's displayed?
Yeah, it's only $249 or something like that.
Oh, I thought it. Oh, what?
No, when you go click on it, it's like
take it off. Let me go.
It shows you when you click on it, and you can split pay that too. So anyway, can you give them some of the talk to them about how they can use some of the split pay options to get more of the products that they may want?
Absolutely. So you can use Sezzle, you can use Klarna, you can use Zip, you can use Affirm. All of those work with Be Epic. Klarna, you can put in a website. Klarna and I think Zip, you put in the beepic.com website from the site or from the app. And then it'll take you to Be Epic. You do your shopping, you put your stuff in your cart. And when you go to purchase, you're going to select, they're going to give you a virtual card to put in there in the system to use. And then the same with Affirm. You just have to get the virtual card from the app and then go on to the website of beepic.com and do your shopping. But they both, they all
and make sure
work.
If you are a member, they all work. If you are already a member, once you go to beepic.com, you want to click member login. So you want to use the 3 little lines at the top.
That's correct.
Get the drop down and click member login, log into your account.
Yes.
And then go to orders, place an order, and you shop and you will check out with your virtual cards. Okay.
Right.
But like she said, from Zip or Sezzle, you can actually type in beepic.com / whatever your username is, right, in your customer account. And then you can go once you're logged in, go to actually place a regular order. And it will direct you to check out through their virtual card.
At the very bottom, it'll say pay by Klarna.
Pay by Klarna.
Click it on there, and then it's still to give you a card that you have to enter the number in, but still, Yep.
Right. So there are ways for you to use split pay options. We just gave them to you, right? That's a little, freebie we just gave you on tonight. Free tip. so you can buy more, right? You can buy
Yes.
more. You're like, wait a minute, I didn't know I could use those options. Well, now you can go and you can buy more. All right.
Mhm.
So thank you, ladies.
Thank
Certainly
you for
did not
having
intend
us.
on keeping
Thank you
us
for
on
having us.
but this was fantastic.
It
Yes.
was.
We only pray that there is something that each and every one of you have received from hearing this information. Please hear our heart. We just want you all to find the relief that we found, and we want you to love yourselves and feel good about yourselves again, and
Yes.
really be able to look in the mirror and love the person that you see in the mirror. All right,
Yes.
you guys. So God loves you. We love you. And there's
Yes.
absolutely nothing
Nothing
that you can do about it. Until I don't know, I think we'll be here next Sunday. I believe we will. I believe that everybody will be gone by Sunday. I'm not sure because the family is coming in this week because it's our birthday week, y'all. So
Yeah.
we'll have birthday shenanigans. And you know what? Stay tuned because it's our birthday week.
specials.
You don't know, we're gonna be giving away, we're gonna have some real cool specials because it's our birthday week. All right, so stay
Birthday
Yes.
tuned.
special.
Stay tuned, y'all. We're gonna have some birthday shenanigans. All right, y'all.
Yes.
All right.
Good.